Welcome to episode 3 of Podly, the official Peacemaker companion podcast brought to you by HBO Max and DC. The plot thickens, and so does Peacemaker, as him and Vigilante have a cheeky ménage à trois, so we'll get into that. But first, we will have an amazing interview with Danielle Brooks, who plays Adebayo in Peacemaker. So we've got a bunch of questions for her. We're going to chat it, vibing, and just asking her a few cheeky little questions. So let's get into it.
Why is there a bald eagle in your car?
That's Eagly.
Eagly is your pet eagle.
Yeah.
Is your dog named Doggy?
All right.
Do you have a daughter named Daughtery?
Hey, how's it going? I'm Nwadiwe.
And I'm Fiona Nova.
And this is Podly, the official Peacemaker companion podcast from HBO Max and DC. And we're going to get into some super fun stuff. This is the third episode. We've been doing this 3 episodes now, but just once more, this is a companion podcast. This is episode 3, companion podcast to episode 3 of the Peacemaker show. If you have not watched episode 3 yet, hit pause, go back, watch it, and then come back to us after you're done watching it, because spoilers for episode 3, ahoy. We're about to go all in.
Well, okay, yeah, so we jump into they're prepping for this, I guess, excursion they're about to go to.
Where they're going to check out this Senator Goff.
Yeah, Senator Goff. And so they're all chatting, and then the best part about this scene is when Vigilante is hiding behind the dumpster, but everyone can see him.
He's trying his best to spy on them, but just doing a horrible job. And when he gets caught, is just trying to figure everything out. And he just does not take that helmet off. It's really great.
No, I think it's good. It adds to his charm. We love to see it.
And then also something of note, Peacemaker being left-handed.
Which is not shocking. Why does that not shock me? I don't know. Something about him looks like could be a left-handed person. I don't know. You know when you see someone and you're
energy.
Like, you possibly, the left-handed energy. You probably are left-handed. I don't know why, but something about it.
Yeah, something about it.
The energies.
The
vibes.
It's like, what? I don't. You got that left hand energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But so we're gonna check out Senator Goff, who possibly the entire family are butterflies. Yeah. So they're gonna check it out. They're gonna scope it out.
Up until this moment, we had no clue what butterflies are, and then this is where we finally get answers. But I think the first clue is we see them put like a weird extension. They're sucking
up.
something
it's like
out
their
of a
meal,
bowl.
like a porridge or some kind.
Yeah.
But I think, especially in this episode, we really get to see that Peacemaker is, possibly is a peacemaker and doesn't really want to like kill the kid.
Yeah.
Kids. There's multiple kids.
Yeah.
And so he's kind of hesitant on that. And he doesn't really want to. So he actually really badly draws the dove. On the side of his.
Yeah, because remember, he needs the dove of peace to be able to use a weapon to kill. And even with the dove of peace, he wasn't able to kill the kids, but who was able to kill kids?
Vigilante.
Yeah, he got up in there
without a hesitation.
Yeah, just went ham.
Yeah, he went ham, and it was in the most caring and thoughtful way to Peacemaker. It was like, hey man, don't worry, I got this.
Yeah,
take a break.
Yeah, just
you want snacks? You want snacks? You want water?
Yeah, just
let me kill him. Vigilante always being so caring and being so great.
Yeah,
I mean, I think again, this is opening us up to Peacemaker's personality, his beliefs, his vows, essentially, just like understanding what kind of a guy he is. I mean, does he care to kill people? No, but at least he has a soft spot for kids.
Yeah,
which most people should have, I think.
Then after all the killing does start, we get to meet Judo Master,
which we do meet him. We see him. Yeah. We see him with the bodyguard.
And he's eating the Cheetos.
And he's eating the Cheetos. He's with the bodyguard. And we do get a little glimpse where they say, like, hey, he's like he's like a martial arts pro.
Well, also we get a glimpse of him eating the chips, and he's like, "Can I have some?" He's like, "No." He's like, "Well, I don't eat the cards anyway." And he's like, "Clearly."
Yeah, clearly.
Like,
so
dang,
sassy. And the
yeah.
way he was walking was very sassy too.
Yeah.
He was like, what a weird, I think just like James Gunn adding these characters that I know I would have never heard of.
Yeah.
If I just someone who again hasn't really gone into the comic books and doesn't really like know the world like you do, I would have never heard of a Judo Master.
Yeah.
Or like any of those kinds of characters, but it's just so funny to see how James Gunn portrays them.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Especially like seeing him underground with him and just getting like all those getting all like the chips kicked at him.
Oh yeah, well okay, yeah. So like there was that essentially like a torture scene. Poor Vigilante had to endure some
partial toe chopping.
Some yes, but also like some, and I'm gonna read this right off the card here. Shock and balls.
Does that change your mind?
Sorry, pal. Not for sale.
What?
Give it all you got.
No.
What was so funny about that was Peacemaker being like, "I'm not gonna tell you. It's not gonna make me," and just him just not having to deal with the pain of being stubborn.
Yeah. But essentially he was kind of like,
the balls were getting shocked up.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, I'm not gonna tell you anything," and the poor Vigilante's like, "Please tell him.
Yeah, please just tell
Please,
him.
I am in so much pain."
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then finally towards the end, we do realize that actually butterflies are in fact butterflies to no one's shock, and they are in the person's brain. Feeding off of them, controlling them.
Yeah, it definitely felt like a situation where like they were controlling the body.
We don't really know what they are, but we get a glimpse of finally they are in fact butterflies in a way. We finally get a glimpse of what maybe essentially the big situation of the whole season is.
Yeah.
The Project Butterfly. Yeah. And
Yeah, especially when you see that there's a huge infestation when it says potential butterflies and it's just off the charts.
There's a huge, and then let's not forget poor Judo Master getting the shit knocked out of him and is now probably in the back of that truck.
Yeah.
And this poor guy, I mean, he was beating everyone up.
Yeah.
He was beating everyone up, but he was not expecting that.
Yeah.
So
another thing I want to talk about is that moment with, Harcourt and Peacemaker, because, episode 1, we saw they got off to on a really bad foot. Episode 2, she wasn't a big fan of him, but they actually connected in a big way, knowing that their fathers kind of put them in the position of being these killers very early on in their lives. I don't know, I know it seems like a mile away, but maybe Peacemaker's the one who can get Harcourt to open up.
I mean, I felt like we can already tell that they're probably going to have their relationship's probably going to get better, or maybe it gets worse before it gets better, but you could see that they're going to have probably a bonding. And seeing it in episode 3 was just, that was it. It was like the parental issues that they're dealing with, which honestly, I feel like a lot of these characters are dealing with parental issues. We've got like Adebayo too, that's dealing with her mom being Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
But going back to that heart to heart with Harcourt, heart to heart with Harcourt.
Yeah.
We get to see like you have that vulnerability moment, but I also love this kind of romantic moment in a way where it was like fireflies and the hair was blowing and she was with the gun and she's beautiful. Not like I was falling in love with her, but essentially, like, yeah, it was, I guess you don't really know you just don't really know how Peacemaker is feeling after that. Is it romantic feelings? Is it just feelings of understanding? Is it just friendship feelings? Who knows? But I mean, I think there's a lot of things there that could probably put them together. And I think we're going to see that relationship evolve eventually. So that was our sort of recap of this episode. But we have an amazing interview happening in just a little bit with Danielle Brooks, who plays Adebayo.
So let's just jump into it.
Hello, everyone. Joining me today, we have the wonderful and beautiful Danielle Brooks. You might realize Iffy isn't here with me, but I got this. I can take care of this. So I'm going to be chatting with Danielle Brooks and just talking and vibing about everything and anything Peacemaker. Let's get into it. So Danielle, without giving anything away, what has been like your favorite scene or sequence to film so far in Peacemaker?
I feel like this, like, don't give anything away, but tell us something. I don't know. No, I would say the first time you meet this new Black Ops team, and I don't think that's giving anything away. We kind of like introduce all of the characters in the space, and I feel like that was the day like James Gunn kind of hazed me a little bit because he had me like improv, and I guess he was enjoying it so much that he just kept making me do it over and over and over. So the first big scene was kind of the second one where you see her, but one of like the first scenes that you will meet Adebayo and all of these characters, I improv that whole thing. And I remember James just laughing over and over where he couldn't even like, he was like, now try this. But every time he said, he would be like, now try that. He couldn't get it out. It was so much fun, but it was scary because I was like, I felt like, am I doing this right? Because you have me keep doing this over and over and I don't know. But he ended up using it, and so that made me feel good, and it was a fun day, and the cast were so silly. Like it was just they were recording me, so it's all this stuff. But we had a good time, and so that's something I'll never forget.
Yeah, I told this to everyone, but it looked like you guys had so much fun just shooting this show. It seemed like there was a lot of improv and comedy. So I feel like you guys had the best time.
We definitely had a good time shooting this. I mean, unfortunately, we were doing it during COVID, so we weren't able to spend like personal time with each other, but our time on set was more than enough to get to have a good time and hang out and get to know each other, during this whole thing. And it's definitely a boys' club. Myself and Jennifer Holland were privy to, but it was a lot of fun, and I had a good time cutting up with them and cracking jokes and trying to keep up with their humor.
No, it just seemed everyone is hilarious. So it just seemed like you guys had the best time. But so how did it feel like acting opposite of John Cena? It seems like there was obviously these comedic moments, but you also had to have those pretty serious and vulnerable moments as well. How was all that?
It was fun watching him work. He's very focused, but he's super talented, especially with the improv. Just was really, really talented. When it comes to the improv and of course the action, like I tried to take as much knowledge from him on that, and I think the biggest thing I learned was like, if you don't have to do it, then don't do it. Like he's very much like, don't hurt your knees if you don't have to hurt your knees. So it was fun getting to learn from him too, especially with the action being it was so new for me.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. It seems so the stunt coordination, the action parts. You've never really done something like that. How was that experience for you?
It was a blast, and I really hope to do more of it, and not just do more of it, but really do more of it with James Gunn. Like I had such a good time. Like I was really nervous at first learning guns. It just, especially the period of time we're in right now, like, I don't want to touch a gun. But it was so empowering to be able to, at the end, be able to handle a gun with the care that you're supposed to handle a gun with while looking like a badass. That was a lot of fun. And just like, I did most of my stunts. I had a wonderful girl that did all of the things for me, who's lovely. But I did most of them myself, getting harnessed and getting thrown across the rooms and all of that stuff. So I had a great time, and I would do it 100 times over for sure.
Girl, you were handling guns and doing your own stunt work.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'd be so scared. Oh my
I'm
gosh.
like, give me more. Give me more. It's fun.
Girl, you nailed that. You nailed it. So there was this moment, this Mandela effect moment. Is it Bernstein or Bernstein? Stein? Which one is the one that you believe to be the truth?
It is whatever Adebayo said it is, because Danielle don't know. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Bernstein because that's what my character believes, and I think she's right. But I really had no idea. And when I saw that on the page, I was like, "What? I didn't even think about that. Like, that's crazy." There's so many other things like that out in the world too.
So in this episode, Goff was actually pretty much torturing Vigilante into getting some information from him. So I kind of want to know, what kind of torture would make you talk the fastest?
There's a lot of things that could probably make me talk really fast. I mean, I was thinking, like, if you pull my nails, oh my God. Like, if somebody tried to like take my nails off, just getting my nails taken off from the nail salon, like the nail shop, just doing that alone is painful. And I would, if somebody did that, then you could definitely probably get anything out of me. What about you? I'm curious. What would yours be?
Nails is pretty bad. Honestly, any kind of pain, I'll probably be like, I'm good.
Right.
You know? That's too bad.
Getting a Brazilian, you can like probably figure out a lot about me. Make it stop. Right?
Yeah, make it stop. I do not want to feel this again. That's why I go laser now.
Oh.
Don't do that anymore. Brazilian hurts. So, and then there's this amazing character, Judo Master. So Judo Master is a really fun character. And I kind of want to know, Danielle, how would you subdue Judo Master yourself?
For me, I mean, first of all, can we talk about how well he smashed Vigilante, or really Peacemaker, with these Cheeto things? I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so painful. You know, that machine that shoots the tennis balls at people? That looks painful. I think if I would try to get him back like that. Because I can't go as hard as what he did to Vigilante. That is just like out of this world. I can only imagine how that possibly felt. So I'm going to go a little lighthearted and a little bit of torture with the tennis balls being shot at him.
Ooh, that's a good one. I also think it's just so funny. You're right. Like the Cheeto flick, that looked like it hurt.
It did. Like, kudos to the sound people, the sound department, because they made that sound so terrible.
So Adebayo is an amazing character. I mean, not only does she represent like the queer community, which I am part of, and it really means a lot to see that on screen, but also just her being vulnerable, having to be the daughter of such a huge character in the DC universe. I mean, I'd love to know how you feel about her and how was it, portraying her at Peacemaker?
It was amazing. I'm first of all glad that you feel represented. I very much have enjoyed every bit of this, and I think I know that's why I signed on to it, is because I have not seen myself represented in this space as a plus size girl. So it meant a lot to me when James Gunn was like, I have something that I wrote for you. Or have you in mind for. That felt really amazing. So, to get to play Adebayo, that's, lesbian, veterinarian, lost her job, and now is put into this team of fighters. She is now thrown into this world that she has no clue how to navigate and is faking it till she makes it. And that's been a lot of fun because that's pretty much what I've been doing. But she becomes the audience's perspective. I think it's almost like if you say to a regular person, hey, what would it be like for you to jump into this DC universe and be working with Peacemaker on this Black Ops team? How would you handle it? And basically that is who Leota is. She is that person stepping into this world that she has no clue how to work through. And but she does have enough, I guess, street smarts to handle herself, and she has to prove herself in this world. And we see how she navigates that as we go along.
Yeah, I mean, just like you said, I relate to the faking it till you make it. Okay, that's what I live by. I get it. I absolutely get it. And like just like you said about Leota, she is a very relatable character, and I feel for her, and I want her to succeed. She's like someone that I see myself as, whether she's a Black, she's lesbian, she's just like me. And it's like, it's really great to see that being represented in Peacemaker. So I'm really happy that you are happy with how you portrayed her, because you did a phenomenal job.
Thank you. Thanks. And as a playing a lesbian, my girlfriend's pretty hot, isn't she?
Ooh, she is. That is literally the thing. Yeah, that's literally the thing I talk about all the time.
She's awesome to work with. She's really great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys did an amazing job. So it was really great to see your the relationships and the interactions between, honestly, all the characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, guys, you know what time it is. It is our favorite segment, Eagly Mail. So here's a question from one of our community members in the DC community. If there was a chance for you to take a prop, costume, or piece of the set home without anyone noticing, what would it be?
That's a really good question.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I would jack a piece from Peacemaker's house. He had all of these really cool gnomes, like a gnome smoking a joint, or like all these gnomes just like, they had all these different personalities that were not so typical. I would go and tell them home. I would take one of them home.
You're absolutely right. I was thinking, okay, yeah, you can go into Peacemaker, grab like an awesome helmet or like an awesome costume. But no, the gnomes were pretty tight.
They are, as the show goes on too. I mean, like there's some, I would be on set being like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I want this. But I didn't think to take it.
Or did you? And we're not going to call you out.
Or didn't.
No, your secret's safe with me. You don't have it. You don't have it. You didn't take it. Well, Danielle, thank you so much for joining me and answering all these questions. I've absolutely loved your work everywhere, and especially on Peacemaker. And I can't wait for everyone to see it. Seriously.
Thanks. I can't either. It was a fun show, and I hope that we get a season 2 because I had a blast.
Right now, we're going to jump back into the podcast and chat with our boy Iffy. So stay tuned. All right, we might have gone to the best segment of the podcast of this lovely show, which is the Peace Prize.
Yeah.
Da, da, da.
Much like the Eagly Hug Award and the Death to Peace Award, we continue the trend of the Peace Prize's great naming convention on this episode's with the Butt Baby Award.
Butt Baby.
Yeah, this is the Butt Baby Award. Its namesake is the scene in which, they're looking at the family and the kid's ugly, and he explains that it must be a butt baby, and how he was his older brother told him about butt babies, and he seems to have held on to this thing that an older brother might say to you when you were younger and held it as truth. And that's why I want to use the Butt Baby Award for things that he might say that are so objectively wrong that they might be a little bit right.
That's an attractive couple. That one looks like it came out of them, but the other one looks like a butt baby.
A butt baby.
Yeah, my older brother told me there's 2 types of babies. One that comes out of a woman's vagina, normal. And then butt babies, worse in every way. They come out of a woman's butt.
You know, sometimes you do look at somebody and you like, you look so ugly, you might have come out of a butt.
Yeah. Sometimes you just look at someone and you're like, damn, that guy came out of a butt.
Yeah, so, yeah. But yeah, it really is like wild, but it is like such a perfect encapsulation of who Peacemaker is, where he's getting information, wrong or right, and holding on to it for dear life as if like this is law.
Well, it's fake it till you make it, baby.
Yeah,
That's literally,
yeah.
that is the motto.
Yeah, so congratulations to that scene, and congratulations to the first time of us giving the Butt Baby Award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I want that on a shirt or something.
Oh, yeah, I know, something like that. Oh, my goodness. Well, you know, thank you so much for listening and watching. We're going to have to get up out of here yet again, but make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook, and share all your favorite moments for the show.
Ooh, yeah. And do you want some Peacemaker merch? Ooh, I know I do. Well, if you want to check out the latest drop, check out shop.dccomics.com.
Yes. Also, get yourself a DC Universe Infinite account so you have access to Peacemaker comics and more. Also, just don't forget to stream the show and the Podly episodes on HBO Max so you can be super tapped. You know what I'm super tapped in, all right? Cool. Well, you know, that's all we have for you this week. See you around next episode. Keep the peace.
Keep the peace.